Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, and that is AOSP Insight with Abhishek. My name is Abhishek, and I work mostly on the Android AOSP and Android Automotive at the system level, and also some part on the application side and entertainment domain. If you are new to AOSP or struggling with the sourcing, build errors, or running them later, this channel is mostly for you. So, I will give you a overview on what things I'm going to create this video on. So in this video, I will take you through the step by steps on how to sync the Android 14 AOSP source code, then how to build the source, and how to run the writable emulator just for the development and debugging in future. So I will explain you everything clearly using the real commands and some tips. So why this video? So basically, AOSP setup can be confusing because lot of documentation are there on the web, and those are scattered here and there, and errors are common. So many tutorials will be there, but that will keep some important steps. So in this video, I will make things simple and very beginner friendly. So before we start, what are the common things we have to take care? Basically, if you are a beginner, then you can have a Linux machine and mostly prefer with the Ubuntu, and make sure that the RAM storage should be 60 GB at least, but 32 GB will be preferable one. Now, let's talk about the storage. 300 free GB, 300 GB free disk space should be enough, and make sure that your laptop has SSD. Then it will be very good. So now these are the system requirement, and make sure that it should have some minimum 8 cores, and more will be more preferable always. So now let's start with the part one, which will be help you how to sync the code. Once basic Python repo tool and all those things, once you are going to install that one, after that I will help you how to initialize the repo and then do the repo sync. So let's open the terminal here. So let's create a folder, test one. So I am inside the test one now. Here we have nothing inside, you can see clearly. So make sure that there are two basic things. One is repo tool and another one is Java should be there, means JDK should be there. On top of that, repo tool should also be there. I will also mention the command how to download this repo tools and how to download this JDK version. So there is a command which will help you in installing this one. In my case, since already these things are there, so I'm not going to reinstall it here, but always you guys can install this minimum requirement and make sure that everything should work fine. Just the basic things you should check is that repo tool should be there. So if you'll give repo which is not installed here, so what we have to do is that you can see here it is saying that repo init should be there. So now I will just help you the basic commands which will help to I will take you one release branch of Android 14, and I will help you with the repo sync. So these steps may take some time based on your internet speed, and if sync is fails, please don't panic. It is always can be system issue, it can be server issue or anything, but you don't have to panic. You have to, we will discuss it later, and some sync issue can happen. I will help you to figure it out and fix it out. You can always post comment, and I will keep giving the response based on my ability. So let's first start with, and just make sure that we have already created the folder. So now I will take you through, and what I will do is that I will just take you to the repo init command, which will be here. And once this is done, then After this repo init is done, then you will see that repo has been initialized. Once this initialization will be done, then you have to give the sync command. I will not take lot of time since it is taking time, so I will take you. I already have one Android folder which is already created, so I will go inside that, and this is the branch name. With the branch name, basically we should prefer to create the folder so that it will be specific and you can remember it. And now, so these are the folder space, these are the files folder which are available. So here, since it's already initialized, you can see. So just to cross check, you can give response. You can see it's been already initialized, and then now this is how you can initialize the repo. Since it will take time for the repo sync, so I will reuse my already sync code so that it will be easy for me as well. But you can follow the steps after the repo init where I did, then you can give the repo sync here, and basically you should give, I'm giving here so that it will be quicker for me. So now once the sync is done, you will get the message that reposing is successfully done. So once done, then you can give ls and see that all those basic folder which are the part of AOSP source code which are available over here. Now I will tell you that what is the basically the nproc. So nproc is nothing. This nproc is just simply a standard Linux command which will give you the number of CPU processing unit cores which are available in your machine, and J is just the thread value which will tell how many how many jobs you want to run in parallel. So if based on the means like number of available CPU cores, you can give the J value. So, but just make sure that you first give like echo, then dollar minus in proc, then this will give you the maximum core available right now with your system. So you can also, if you want to go with the maximum one, then you can give minus J16. But what I will recommend is get something lesser than the actual value so that your laptop shouldn't lag and it should work smoothly during the sync time. And once sync was done, now let's take the first step. So uh, the first build will usually take 1 to 3 hours. So most build errors will be related to like environment step setup or some disk space based on your system. So I will explain later on what to check and how to tackle if you face any error. And so let's start with so what I will do is that now in our case sync is done. So what I will do is that once sync is done, so let's initialize our build environment so that it will be capable of running all those command set by the Android open source project. So what first command I will give is that this one. After that, since Android 14 onwards, direct launch is not working. I will show you how. So if you'll give launch here, it will give some error, and you will be blind to choose the target. Anything if you'll give, it will show some error. It will give valid combo. Invalid combo error will be coming. So what I will do is that there are some staging branch which if you'll give here, then it will just set your environment accordingly, and then these things you have to do, these two commands. Before Android 14, this command was not required. Only source build environment.shf was more than enough. So now let's see that what we have to do. So launch, if you'll give the launch command and enter, then you will see all those target related to the your build which are available. So since we have to build, look forward for the AOS, that is Android Automotive Open Source. So I will choose the target 81. Here if you will choose the 81, you can see that your current target should be 81. So now once target is chosen, you can also do one more thing. If you know, after giving the lunch command, you can directly copy the target and you can paste it lunch and then the command. Then you can see all those data. You can see everything, platform version, then the target product is SDK car, which you have selected, then architecture that will be x86. If it is ARM, it will say ARM. So, and the host cross OS is Windows, which I am having the cross OS since it's a dual boot, and host OS is the Linux one on which I am building right now. So these are the things which will give you things. Now there is, you can see, if you want engineering instead of user debug, then of course you can select engineering in minus eng instead of user debug. So now I will just, since already our target is selected, so we have to use m command or or we can also give make command with combination of make minus j in proc, so that it will use the maximum parallel cores to build the source. Now build has started. Once build will start, it will take some hours and it will complete successfully. You can see that build has completed successfully. In my case, it took only 5 seconds because I've already built the code before and I'm using that one. So that's why it is there. And now you, in your case, it will take some time for the first time. So now our build is already ready. So let's see, we have how to run the Writable emulator. By default, AOSP emulators runs on the read only if you'll give emulator. But since we have to do some framework development and Android automotive development and all those hard development, whatever is possible through this is source code. So to make that writable, I will show you what are the commands you have to, what command you have to use to make it writable. So this is the command. If you will give, then your emulator will wipe the data. It will be writable, and this is the GPU value and variant it will select for the running. So once this is done, then you can clearly see that this emulator is up and running. So this is how like emulator will look like. It will boot up. See in the background, it is booting up. These are the some extended control for the car data. You can see like car speed and all. Since we are not using any hardware, so we can manually change these values and we can play around with the data and all. And after that, these are the VL properties which I will take you through later. For now, since emulator is already built, so I will just show you. This is the emulator which is already built. In the meanwhile, let me tell you that this channel is basically for the AOSP beginner, AOS learner, those who are like doing the Android system developers, Android system development. For them, this channel will be very good one. Then for the Android automotive side, then from the TB side, from the OTA side, all those things I will in future. I'm going to create the videos, and basically this will help you for the interview also. So now just you can see that our emulator is already in action and it is launched successfully. Let's test this by playing video. If you'll play radio, then you can see some sound. These are the dummy sounds. So these are the application. You can play along. You can write your own application also. So stay tuned for the next set of video. If this video helps you in any way, then please like, subscribe, and subscribe to my channel. If you face any issue, comment your queries in the comment box. I will help you. With the reply as soon as I available. And just thank you so much in the upcoming videos. Please watch I'm going to cover some AOSP folder structure, what are the uses, what are the Android framework internals, how it works, how we can start with the basic HAL and VHAL development, AIDL development through our emulator, and we don't have to use any hardware. So in that case, what we have to do. So all these things I will cover it out. Stay tuned. Thank you. Keep watching. Keep supporting. Thank you so much.